Hello, good day, everybody. This is your host, Klay, by the host of the Klay Sports, but I am live here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys for that Novak Djokovic is facing deportation after his visa was revoked yet again. I'll definitely get you guys to that. I'll tell you guys about that. Told you guys about the fact that the Bucks battered up the Warriors so bad last night. Get you guys for that PCO has signed with Impact Wrestling. And Amari Cooper is being fined for violating COVID protocols, by the way. Gives you guys into the fact that Tammy Cinch, the former WWE Hall of Fame, was arrested on weapons possession charge and made terroristic threats. Gives you guys to the fact that the greatest of the world was 160-108. Gives you guys into the fact that the Bruins had an upset loss to the Ducks 84-81. And also the fact that Deon Purrazzo has walked as the unified champ yet again. She walked out as the new Ring of Honor Women's Champion. She still has the Reign of the Reigners title on her hands. And that will be all the news I've heard today, ladies and gentlemen, on that note. And that's all there's you need to know. All right, so first things first, I'm going to start things off with the big news of today. And Novak Djokovic's visa is revoked yet again. He's facing deportation. For sure, he's going to be tend to appeal that. This is in regards to Novak Djokovic's vax status, and he's allowed to, if he's allowed to compete at the 2020 Aussie Open. By the way, unvaxxed. Now Djokovic would have to is back in immigration detention center to visit the Aussie Border Patrol. Deportation from the Aussie leads to a 3-year ban. Could be now Djokovic. He could be waived. Based on the circumstances from that. So honestly, I can tell you this, that even though Novak Djokovic's visa was overturned this past Monday, by the way, was overturned. He did compete there, but then earlier today his visa gets overturned. Yet his visa gets revoked again. Now he's facing deportation, and he may not be able to compete at the 2020 Aussie Open to defend his title. That's not looking good for him. So this is awful news for Novak Djokovic. It's going to affect his career, affecting his legacy, even though he is unvaxxed, by the way. And not only that, guys, he may not be able to compete in the other tournaments unvaxxed. So that's not going to look good for Novak Djokovic. I can tell you that, though. So Novak Djokovic should have been vaxxed a whole lot sooner, and he would have avoided disaster. That's what should have happened there. So, but honestly, he's facing deportation. It's not gonna look good there, and that's awful in this part. So, Novak Djokovic, you gotta know your place, man. You gotta know your place. Another thing I want to get you guys into, by the way, the Bucks, they murdered those pathetic Warriors, 118-99. Grayson got 30 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 blocks. Khris Middleton had 23 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Bobby Portis has scored 20 points, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, and a block. Grayson Allen scored 15 points. 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Andrew Wiggins has scored 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Steph Curry scored 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And Klayface Klay Thompson has scored 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and steal. Look, the Warriors sucked last night. They sucked. Bad. So bad. I mean, that looked like an NBA title game, too. But you wouldn't be seeing the Warriors in the NBA Finals no more. Oh, no. If that was the NBA Finals, Bucks, they would have done the same thing to them just like that from last night. But you know, some Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and you pathetic Warriors, you guys are trash. What happened last night? Bucks, the defending champs, they battered you guys. And Steph, you know right now, you're not going to win any more titles ever again. You may be a 3-time champ, but you will not go back to Talenton ever again. You're not going back to Talenton ever again, especially you, Klay Thompson. You're not going back either. You Super Splash Brothers are going to be done for. You Warriors right now are on a losing streak. And I love that. I love the fact that the Warriors are on a losing streak. I really do. And the Warriors, they're not going to come back. They've been battered up so badly. They lost to the Grizz twice, lost to the Hornets, and then lose to the Bucks. Wow. You Warriors are disappointment. I can tell you about that. Warriors on a losing streak. And they are not coming back. No, they are not. So the Warriors season's going to be done. So Warriors, they're going to be garbage. I'll tell you about that. They were garbage last night when they got battered by the Bucks. And I love that one. That's the best part. All right, so another thing I want to get you guys into, by the way. Amari Cooper got fined $14,650K for violating COVID protocols, despite him attending a Mavs game last week unmasked, and even though he's unvaxxed, and also attending the Goodyear Cotton Bowl where Bama beat Cincy. By the way, he was unmasked there, so it is very unclear if he's going to be able to play in the playoff game against the Niners. By the way, so clearly that's not going to look. Clearly that's going to be coming to question right there. Will he play in the playoff game against the Niners? That's the big question you guys ask yourselves, everybody. So that's something you guys gotta figure that out. Also, some others I want to get you guys into, by the way, that Tammy Cinch, who's a former WWE Hall of Famer, was arrested. Who basically back behind bars on weapons possession charge and making terroristic threats. And she was arrested. She was arrested in Keensburg, New Jersey. Weapons charge is 3rd degree. Threats charge will be a 4th degree. Also, we're here that if convicted, by the way, Cinch would be behind bars 3 to 5 years on the weapons charge and 1 year for threats charge. Cinch went to rehab and kept her nose clean, tried to keep her nose clean. So that's not look good there. Not look good for Tammy Cinch. Not looking good there. The Tammy Cinch, you gotta stay out of trouble. That's what you need to do. Also, Gene Ramirez's death toll was suicidal, by the way, after he found with a gunshot wound. So, even though Gene Ramirez unknowingly died, by the way, last week, that is, but Gene Ramirez was died of a suicide. So that's all there is you need to know on that. So awful news there. So that's where it's going to his family members, all his fans, and that horrific loss of Gene Ramirez, and that's all I can say on that. Also, some other news I want to get you guys into, by the way, that Bruce Shingler, who's a Maryland men's assistant basketball coach, has been suspended 30 games after being arrested on soliciting a prostitute. By the way, he paid an undercover cop $80 in exchange for sex. It says right here that he responded to a woman seeking men ad, which is also a prostitution ad, which is used for prostitution. Now Shingler visited an undercover cop at a hotel, paid that undercover cop, and that's where he was arrested. So that's for an exchange at some hotel, by the way, paying this undercover cop in exchange for sex. So clearly that's uncalled for. And Bruce Shingler's trash. So he's done for. I can tell you he's done for. I can tell you about that. So that's not looking good there. Not looking good there. So he's done. And his career's over. I can tell you his coaching career is over. I'll tell you about that. Other things I'm gonna get you guys into, by the way. The Oregon Ducks, they upset the Bruins 84-81. And also this marks that marked Dana Altman's 700th milestone career win. Wow. Amazing news right there. Also, you had Wisconsin beating Ohio State 78-68. You had USC defeating Oregon State 81-71. And you had the Zags beating the BYU 110-84. You had the Ball defeating Seton Hall 96-92. Texas Tech defeats Oklahoma State 78-57. So wow, that's some right there, everybody. That's all you need to know now. Also, this news breaking overnight. It was reported last night. PCO has signed with Impact Wrestling. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, PCO signed to Impact Wrestling after this all stems after he and his Ring of Honor cronies, by the way, of OGK, Vincent, and PCO himself, they invaded and attacked Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Heath and Rhino after their hardcore war match they had against VBD and the Good Brothers, which they won, by the way. So yes, and then last night they took out Eddie Edwards, Heath and Rhino yet again, and after that, Deon Purrazzo, and they put D'Lo through a table, and they also confronted Deon Purrazzo and Deon Purrazzo once again is a unified champion. After Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa, she walked out as a new ROH Women's Champ last night. She took out the former champ, the project herself, Roxy. I mean, wow. Now, Deonna Purrazzo, she's a former Ring of Honor star herself. I can tell you about that. Women of Honor star herself. So, yes, she did compete there, and she did win the Ring of Honor Women's title, by the way, last night on Impact. That was an Impact, but she was confronted by Maria Kanellis and Ring of Honor entourage of OGK with Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, Vincent, and PCO. But Rich Swann and Willie Mack were taken out last night. So that's all there's I can say on that, everybody. So yes, PCO has signed with Impact Wrestling, and it's very unclear. Now, see, he may not. You won't be seeing him at Supercard of Honor in April. I can tell you about that. So he signed with Impact Wrestling. I can tell you about that. And I think some of these Ring of Honor guys could be having some matches the next coming weeks or so, or maybe you might see Impact versus Ring of Honor. Whether it's going to be Supercard of Honor, Rebellion pay-per-view, or next couple of weeks. We never know, guys. So that's all there's. So congrats to PCO. Shockingly signed to Impact Wrestling. That's all there is I can say on that. And wow, that says a lot. Also, some others. The Thunder defeating Nets 130 to 109. You had the Grizz defeating the Wolves 116 to 108. You had, Arizona defeats Colorado 76-55. And that's all there's I can say on that, everybody. And that's everything you know. Also, Cordae's got a new album from A Bird's Eye View, so big congrats to him on the new album. You know, he's a friend with Naomi Osaka, so don't see on that. Also, in other news I want to get you guys into, by the way, that George McCoy was KO'd after a heinous accident, by the way, in the FIS Freestyle World Cup in Deer Valley, Utah, by the way. But he's doing okay now, and he regained conscious. So my thoughts prayers go out to him, all his family members, all his competitors, team, viewers, subscribers. That horrific accident he was in. So get well, George McCoy. You got this. Also, some others I want to get you guys into, by the way, that let's see here. Waterside Brothers out to LL Cool J, Jason Bateman, Riddle, Faye Dunaway, Carl Weathers, Emily Watson, Slick Rick, Grant Gustin, Casey Canzero, Emma Greenwell, Amira Dime, Trap Boy Freddy, Carla Fasciola, Rachel Parcell, Janine Mason, Soprano, Jim Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, Jeremy Jones, Era Choi, Kyrie of Fighting X Layer. So send all your birthday wishes, shouts, tweets, and then please be sure you do so on everybody. That's everything you know on that. That's all I can say. Another news is I want to get you guys into, by the way, that AB hung out with Floyd Mayweather at Ten Goose Boxing Gym in LA. Offered AB help rehabbing his injured ankle. AB Floyd Mayweather visited Madonna, Ye, and Julia Fox at the Delilah. Ye's gonna have his next album Madonna 2, and Floyd exhibition's gonna have his exhibition bound in Dubai. Whoever's opponent is, by the way. Now, they were at the Hollywood Unlocked Studios, and that's all there's for that, everybody. So Kanye West, Ye, who's being investigated on a battery incident, by the way. He's going to be set to be at Coachella, by the way. And Floyd Mayweather is going to have his hands full in Dubai, debating on who his opponent's going to be. This is an exhibition bout, so that's all there's I can say on that, everybody. Also, guys, Gronkinator and Camille Kosik's pal by the name of Ralphie G has a gone lung infection, by the way. Has some lung infection. They took the dog to the vet, and the dog was breathing abnormally, not sleeping and eating at all. My thoughts prayers go to Ralphie G, who's also who's a Gronkinator and Camille Kosik's pup, by the way. All the Bucks team, their family members, all their fans. It's a horrific situation. So get well, Ralphie G. Hang in there. Looks like on that. Also, be sure to catch a new episode of SmackDown tonight, guys, on Fox. By the way, so check that out, guys. That's all you need to know on that, and that's everything there is to you on that. Everybody, that's all you need to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it right there for the Close Sports Report. Live subscribe to the Clubhouse Sports World YouTube channel on Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Send me your comments, your response to your tweets on Novak Djokovic having to face deportation as visa was revoked yet again. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think he's ever going to compete at any other tournaments? By the way, even though he's probably facing deportation because of the 2020 Aussie Open. By the way, will allow him to play unvaxxed. And this could affect his career. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that, what your responses are, what your reactions are. He's gonna appeal it, by the way, too, as well, guys. Well, what do you think of PCO signed with Impact Wrestling? Let me know in the comments section about that. I will address the sponsor, sure, buddy. That's only Amari Cooper being fined for violating code protocols, by the way, by attending a Mavs game last week and also attending a Goodyear Cotton Bowl as well, while on vax. So let me know in the comment section about that. I will address the sponsor of Sherwood because he could face him that. Also, we thought on the Bucks battering up the Warriors last night, even though the Warriors they sucked last night, which they did. And I enjoyed that. Let me know in the comment section about that. I will address the sponsor for sure, buddy. So you just knowing that. Also, your brother wishes out to L. Cool J, Jason Bateman, Riddle, Carl Weathers, Faye Dunaway, Emily Watson, Slick Rick, Grant Gustin, Case Canzero, Emma Greenwell, Amira Dime, Trapboy Freddy. That's all this for that. Also, I want to send your brother wishes to them. Also, I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to Russell Wilson as he lost his uncle. Al, thoughts and prayers out to him, his family members, and his fans, and that's all. So get well, Russell Wilson. You got this. But yeah, off in this air. But I hope Russell Wilson on the other side comes to the Giants. I hope he does. That's all there's I can say on that, everybody. That's everything you know. But I'll be back for breaking. And also, the playoffs are starting tomorrow, by the way, guys. Are going to be tomorrow. You'll see Ryan Pathetic Cowboys taking the 49ers. You'll see Bengals taking on the Raiders. You'll even see Bucks taking on the Eagles, Rams and Cardinals. You'll also be seeing Patriots versus Bills Mafia. That is, and you'll also be seeing you'll also see that one as well. So so it's gonna be Bucks versus the Eagles, Rams versus the Cardinals, Niners versus the Pathetic Cowboys, Bengals versus the Raiders. You'll also be seeing Bengals versus the Raiders. You'll even see Patriots versus the Bills Mafia. And Chiefs versus Steelers, by the way. That's going to be Big Ben's final game against the Chiefs. That's all there's like I said, that, buddy. Be sure to catch wildcard playoffs. By the way, check that out. That's going to be starting tomorrow and Sunday. Check that out, guys. Those of you knowing that. I'll be out for breaking news. Times 11. Thanks so much. So on so whole lot more than close sports. What I think sports related. That's all I got. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.